Hello and welcome back to Rwby. This week we are watching episode 3. Last week we had a little bit of a surprise, which was Salem, which was a little crazy, and I guess that this is going to be her backstory, how she came to be, what sort of happened there, why she is like she is now, because she certainly doesn't look like it, how she did then to how she does now. So I'm intrigued about that. How is everyone doing? Is everyone okay? Oh, it's been okay. Just keep swimming, kids, don't you? Yeah? Cool, that's what I'm going to do. Cheers. Although, this is coming out next weekend, so I might have had a great week. You never know. That's my dad. Hello? Are you alright? You joking? Blimey. Jeez. You have to send me some pictures. You have to send some pictures. Yeah. Yeah. So. I don't know. Well, you said it weren't sunny earlier. Oh no, it's lovely. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. Alright then, yeah. See you later. Ta-ra. Bye. Sorry about that little interruption, guys. So yes, we got a little bit of, and I was speaking about how the voice actors I thought did amazing jobs last week. Not just voice actresses, the voice actors as well. And yeah, I think everyone's doing so well. How everyone has evolved is insane from their first episode to now. And you really do have to say thank you to like Miles and Kerry and stuff for really continuing on Monty's legacy and what he has created here. So I will be making a few notes for this episode because I guess with it being 26 minutes long, which is amazing, that it's going to be a doozy. So I'm ready for it. I was like last week was a little bit short. It was like 14, 15 minutes, or was it 16? I don't know. But it was a little short for me. I was like, no, I need more. I got more. Okay, I'm not ready, but I'm not going to talk anymore because I want to get into it. So this is Rwby. This is Volume 6, Chapter 3, The Lost Fable. Ooh, it's a pretty name. Let's go. My sound's not working. No, it's not. I love this intro. I really do adore this intro. I just gotta learn the words. Stay close but fast.
No hope, no path, but we gotta dream together, so we cannot.
I wanna know who she is, what her story is.
Trust the way we're made, the sparrows born to fly, the mountains tower, the river knows to reach the sea, rain will help the flowers be. We're the same, you and me. Lightning doesn't take advice from anyone. The wheel of time that needs to learn to stay. A sun seeks day, we'll find our way, and we'll get the dream together someday soon. Rising like the moon.
I can't wait to hear the full version of this song. Sorry guys, I've just been sat contemplating. Stop baiting us with that shit, by the way. I want it. And it's never gonna happen. Okay, here we go. Shut up about your stupid shit.
Locked away by her cruel father, Salem was a girl who desired but one thing: freedom. She lived in a time when kings and their kingdoms were plentiful, when men and women were capable of greatness, and magic was a gift from the gods that all could wield. And yet there she sat within her tower.
Huh.
Until one day,
Man, the
a
graphics were
legendary
amazing.
hero came to brave the challenges within the tower's walls. The people
was
of the
that?
lands knew
Is that
him
Oz?
as Ozma. Unlike those who had come before, this warrior was not driven by the prize of the young maiden's hand. He fought only for righteousness, and his pure heart and courageous
Holy
soul
shit.
prevailed.
So he freed her.
They escaped the wretched fortress. And yet, something bound them together.
Oh man, I love that.
Ozma had been ready to give his life for justice countless times, but now saw a woman worth saving it for.
Aww.
And Salem, to her surprise, found her freedom not in the outside world she had yearned for, but in the eyes of the man that had saved her.
So, where should we go now?
Wherever you'd like.
The two fell deeply in love, planned adventures around the world, and lived happily ever after.
Bullshit.
Or at least, that's what should have been. Ozma, the infallible hero of legend, fell ill. And where all of the beasts and blades of the world had fallen short, a single sickness prevailed.
How could the gods let this happen?
The gods, brothers of light and darkness, creation
Yes.
and
We're
destruction.
aware of them.
Salem prayed they would see the injustice that had befallen her love and make things right. The domain of light was a sacred place. It was here the elder brother dwelled beside his fountain of life and creation. It was here where mankind would fall to ruin.
Oh shit. The things we do for love, I suppose. Are we about to meet God? God has antlers. I knew it. Friggin' knew God would have antlers. But the other God has evil antlers. I'm just gonna write down antlers.
Please bring him back to me.
I understand your pain, but you demand of me that which I cannot make so. Life and death are part of a delicate balance.
So, you won't do it then?
To disrupt the cycle of
That's not fair. That's not fair!
let him rest.
Not rage.
No.
Oh shit,
The
so
god
she
of
went
darkness.
to... Oh yeah. Oh, I bet he's got evil antlers. Bet it.
None dared to enter his home, as men knew what monstrosities emerged from his blackened pools of annihilation.
And yet...
And so you must understand the Dark Lord's surprise when he found a lone woman kneeling before him.
I knew he'd have evil antlers. Oh no. Oh no, no, dude, can you walk properly, please? That's very uncomfortable. And
Salem
that's...
understood it well. She
Where
told
the
him of
Grim
her loss
came from.
and professed that she knew only he could answer her prayers.
Thank you.
All while careful to make no mention of his elder.
Rise, child, and let your faith in me be rewarded.
You never go to the devil for a deal. Everyone knows this. Welcome
Where
back.
am I? What is this? Where am I?
Okay. Everything's going to be okay.
Oh shit!
What have you done?
I have done what I please, brother. You may bask in the powers of creation, but you do not own them.
This is not creation.
Do not lecture me.
I will do what I must to maintain order.
Oh no! You just silenced him!
What did you do? Bring him back!
You dare enter my domain and show such disrespect!
Uh-oh.
I am abiding by the rules we agreed upon.
Rules that I now see work ever in your favor. And yet the day a
Oh,
mortal
he has
comes to
wings.
pray at my feet
This is
before
the
your
devil.
own, so do you rise to lay your judgment upon me.
Oh, of course, he's a dragon! Yeah, I can say that's not gonna work.
I know we have our differences, but I have not come here with the aim to control you. The same, however, cannot be said for her. This
Damn.
woman came to you only after I denied her pleas. Pleas that would have disrupted the balance that you and I created. Together.
Then it seems I owe you an apology. Allow me to correct my mistake.
You monsters! Give him back to me! Give him back!
Oh. Sailor's gonna take on God. No, Sailor got eaten. Oh no, she's okay. She didn't get eaten. She just got thrown out of the sky. Oh man, that's even worse. Oh man.
When you first came to me, I did pity you. But it is clear now that your selfishness and arrogance have led you astray.
What did you do to me?
I have made you immortal.
Immortal?
You cannot die. You cannot be with your beloved.
So long as this world turns, you shall walk its face. You must learn the
Well, that's
importance
fucking
of
awful.
life and death. Only then may you rest.
Salem was a prisoner once again. Her fruitless attempts to reunite with Ozma eventually became nothing more than acts of spite and defiance against the gods. But perhaps the gods were not as powerful as they seemed. She had lied to them, turned them against one another. They were fallible.
Oh shit.
If she were to turn humanity against light and darkness, she could rid herself of their curse. Or at the very least, she could make them suffer.
Damn.
Salem traveled from one kingdom to another, telling tales of how she stole immortality from the gods, welcomed any swordsman to cut her down, and demonstrated her powers. With the kings and queens in awe, she pulled them deeper into her scheme. She painted them pictures of a time when they would no longer have to watch their loved ones wither and die.
This is
When they could
crazy.
claim the powers of their creators for themselves,
Everyone has
and in
such
turn
extravagant throne
perfect their
rooms.
own design. All they needed to do was destroy their old masters. The gods had hoped that Salem would learn from her eternal curse. And she did. She learned that the hearts of men are easily swayed.
has led you down this path?
Okay, that's pretty badass. Damn! Yeah, that was not gonna work.
My own gift to them, used against me.
That was the ice station. Holy, did he, what did, ah.
You thought there was no greater punishment we could bestow upon you?
I'll come back. I'll tell the rest of the world of this massacre. Build a new army.
You do not understand. There is no one left. You are all that remains of humanity.
He wiped out.
This planet was a beautiful experiment, but it is merely a remnant of what it once was. We will learn from this failure. I hope that you will learn from yours.
Is this the moon?
No, you can't leave.
Is
You
this
can't
the moon?
leave. Come back.
Still demanding things of your creators.
It is the fucking... Oh no, it wasn't the fucking moon. But that's how the moon died.
Once again, Salem was alone. She cursed the gods. She cursed the universe. She cursed everything. Everything but herself. She wandered the face of the planet, awaiting a death that would never come, until fate led her back to the land of darkness. This was it. This had to be it. The Brothers Grimm, the pools of black that continued to give rise to horrific nightmares. If the Fountain of Life granted her immortality, then surely the pools of Grimm would finally take it away. She was wrong.
No.
This force of pure destruction could not destroy a being of infinite life. Instead, it created a being of infinite life with a desire for pure destruction. And in time, she would find her adversary.
I thought all life was dead.
Ozma.
Where am I?
We are between realms. I'm afraid a tragedy has befallen your home at the hands of my brother. We have chosen to depart this world, but in our absence, I would like to offer you the chance to return to it.
I don't understand.
Mankind is no more, yet your world remains. And in time, your kind will grow to walk its face once again. However,
Evolution.
without our presence, they will be but a fraction of what they once were. Creation, destruction, choice, and knowledge were the ideals upon which humanity was made. Now,
Creation,
I leave them
destruction,
behind
choice,
with
and
the hope
knowledge.
that you may learn to remake yourselves. If brought together, these four relics will summon my brother and I back to your world, and humanity will be judged. If your kind has learned to live in harmony with one another and set aside their differences,
He's trying to
then
protect
we
him.
shall once again live among you, and humanity will be made whole again. But if your kind is unchanged, if you demand our blessings while still fighting amongst yourselves, then man will be found irredeemable, and your world will be wiped from existence. Until your task is complete, you will reincarnate, but in a manner that ensures you are never alone.
Damn.
I'm sorry, but that world just isn't as dear to me without her. If I may, I'd rather return to the afterlife to see Salem.
You will not find her there.
You mean she isn't gone?
Salem lives, but the woman you hold dear in your memories is gone.
Maybe.
This warning.
No, I want them to get back
When
together.
you seek comfort, you will only find pain. So, will you?
I'll do it.
Very well.
Yeah, I can
Our
see.
creation rests within your hands.
And so, Ozma was reborn.
Again and again and again.
Where am I?
Oh. Yes, Ozma.
Thank you. Please, tell me your name. Who are you?
He didn't know.
No.
Ozma had found himself in a world completely unfamiliar to him. Cities looked different. Creatures known as the Faunus bore fangs and claws and were locked away in cages.
Damn.
And without the blessing of the gods, no one could perform magic like mankind was once capable of.
It was
No
still
one but
there.
himself and a woman known as the Witch. During his years of travel, he heard the same frightened whispers that spoke of a terrifying sorceress who commanded dark powers in the wilds among the beasts and monsters. Ozma was convinced that this witch was Salem and decided he needed to see what she had become. Call it magic or call it something stronger. But in that moment, the two knew exactly who it was that stood before them.
What do we do now?
Whatever we like.
As Salem and Ozma recounted the events which had brought them back together, each withheld parts of their story. Salem, fearing Ozma would reject her, blamed the end of the world on the gods. Ozma, still unsure of where the truth lay, kept his task and the relics a secret. Though time passed and all seemed well, Ozma's conversation with the god of light still lingered in his mind. He had found happiness, but humanity seemed more divided than ever before.
Are you surprised? This world is quite literally godless. These humans have no one to guide them. Perhaps that's all they need.
What are you saying?
We could become the gods of this world. Our powers surpass all others. Our souls transcend death. We can mold these lands into whatever we want. What you want. Create the paradise that the old gods could not.
The hearts of men are easily swayed.
That doesn't look like paradise. Oh. Oh, that would be Salem. I'm not a bowing person.
The two amassed a following. That following grew into a prosperous kingdom. And at the head of that kingdom blossomed a family.
Damn. They have. Fuck off the four maidens! They weren't visited by a wizard, they were...
Are we sure this is right?
You said we needed to bring humanity together. In order to do that, we have to spread our word and destroy those who will deny it.
What are we doing? This isn't what he asked of me.
What did you say?
Mother! Father! Look!
It was a miracle. Their children could perform magic. But what should have been a joyous occasion was short-lived. Ozma told Salem everything. The true reason the God of Light had brought him back. The relics that lay scattered around the world. And the day of judgment he had been told to prepare for.
Don't you see? None of that matters anymore. Why spend our lives trying to redeem these humans when we can replace them with what they could never be?
Oh, shit.
Mommy?
Yeah, she's not gonna let me take her kids. Oh, Harry v. Voldemort except the other way around. Damn. I bet that's a sick fight that we don't get to watch because it's much cooler when it's like this. Slide. I don't know why I said slide. You can't die, you know.
We finally had freedom.
Thus began a long and painful cycle of death and rebirth for Ozma. Some lives were spent in mourning. Many were spent attempting to forget it all. But no matter what, his mind would eventually turn back to the task he had been burdened
Are we gonna see him? Are we gonna see?
And as the centuries went on, Ozma began to learn the importance of living with the souls with which he had been paired. But no matter where or how he lived, her presence was always felt. If humanity were ever to stand a chance of being united, one thing was clear.
You had to fight for
He
it.
had to destroy Salem.
Knowing he could never rid the world of her through any mortal means, Ozma sought out the power of the relics. Armed with my knowledge, he believed he could fulfill his promise to the God of Light.
Where are the other relics?
He asked me his questions,
What powers do they possess?
and though I gave him my answers,
How do I destroy Salem?
not all of them were to his liking. You can't.
Oh. But if you get all the relics back, you can bring the gods back. And we're back. Oh, do not end there. Man, I could have watched another 7 hours of that. That was insane. I just loved the visual. I think it was the promo, it was the art there as well. But I loved the visual of Salem standing above that pool and just jumping in, trying to kill herself. That was such a brilliant visual. And to think this all started because of two people's love for each other. And it is funny how, I guess the Jedi were right. Love turns to, you know, hate eventually. You know, it's well, it does if the gods get involved and you fucked up. But it was all Salem. That all spanned from Salem trying to save Ozpin, but in doing so, she eventually stopped trying to save Ozpin, and she eventually started to try and get one up on the gods. And I wonder whether that's down to like her captivity as well, due to, you know, your you're looked away by someone who thinks he has the power, and then you find this person who's your equal and who you love dearly, and then these people who also are above your power say you can't have him back, and so eventually I wonder if that transpires into like the psychological side of that for Salem, and just seeing her go through that first event led to why she acted like the way she did in the second event. I don't know, but that's my take on it. She's certainly her father's daughter. Whoever her father was, he was just an evil king, but she's definitely an evil queen now. And I do hope we do see. I mean, that final fight didn't seem to show any affection between them because she set him alight on fire and shit. But I assume she knew he would come back. And I'm also assuming the 4 children were the summer, spring, winter, fall maidens. I totally could be wrong. But that's what I gathered from that, I think. I might be totally wrong. I also don't understand how their power works, because it was like... Maybe we'll get another explanation from the genie at some point, possibly. We have another question left, I believe. So, yes. But, I mean, we know the story of the maidens, but we don't know... That throws a bit of a curveball in, especially because there was 4 of them. That's what really alerted me. I was like, It is interesting, and it is exciting, and a little bit scary. Well, no, because those kids could have actual magic. They didn't just have, like, certain abilities. So, maybe... I don't know. But, I guess we will find out eventually one day. Truly find out, should I say. But that was amazing, yeah, it was beautiful storytelling. I imagine that was very complicated to write out, so we have to give props to Miles and everyone involved. And stunningly animated, may I just say, absolutely stunning. Amazingly impressed. Thank you for watching, I love you all. I'm going to go get some throat stuff because my throat's on fire, and get ready for Doctor Who tonight. But have an amazing day, I love you all. If you like worlds like this, and you're interested in maybe watching something different, on the 6th of December, I am beginning to run... I'll announce it on this channel, but it'll be on Geek House's channel where we do all that kind of stuff. But I'm beginning to run a Dungeons & Dragons game. And if you ever want to stop by, please stop by. I'm telling a story that I can see lasting for a couple of years. So, if you want to come by, it'll be every week on a Thursday at 11 AM PST, 7 PM GMT, work it out from there. I hope you have an amazing day. I love you lots like Jelly Tots. Just be awesome like I know you are.